All right. Just had a really bad 12-step meeting. No, that's incorrect. The meeting, I'm sure, was good. What I got out of it was bad because my mind was not on experience, strength, and hope and recovery. It was on some of the bullshit that I very recently experienced firsthand. Yeah, bullshit. If you run that through a universal translator, it comes out Chris Ryder. That was me. Sorry. Chris Ryder, on a very recent live stream, challenged me to explain some of what I perceived to be lies. And every time I tried to answer, he'd talk over me. And, it's a little frustrating. Frustrating, is that a word? Run that through the Just Luxor Library filter. I know what I mean. You just, what did I lie about? Well, for one, blah, 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 he talks over you. What else did I lie about? Well, you didn't hear the first answer, but for two, blah, 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 he talks over you. You get frustrated, you get flustered, and, in his mind, and people are watching him with premeditated contempt prior to investigation, they see that, oh yeah, Finkel doesn't have an answer. Finkel does have an answer. I didn't have them itemized and logged at the time, and every time I tried to give one or two examples, I get talked over. That's what Chris Ryder does. He talks over you. He stills the conversation. He dominates. He interrupts. So instead of focusing on people's experience, strength, and hope, their message and how they perceive things as it pertains to alcoholic recovery, my mind is on that bullshit. I advised let go or be dragged. Well, through that meeting, I was being dragged by the recent conversations I had with and about Chris Ryder. So instead of paying attention to the meeting, I'm jotting down some of his lies as they hit my head. Well, I should have been focused on recovery. Shame on me. But these are some of the things that I wrote down. Now, some of them aren't very recent, but they are indicators of how I should have noticed that he is wrong. Intentionally or unintentionally, I don't know. I feel like they're intentional, but he's been wrong many, many times, and I didn't pick up at it on the time. First thing, this is out of his mouth or text. I don't remember his phone calls or texts, and they're not documented, but they are to the best of my memory as I remember them. Matter of factly, the FBI will call me David Finkel, actually my real name, which if Chris has that documented, if that FBI call was true, the FBI agent should have had my real name and my real phone number. That person, that FBI agent, was going to call me within the next 24 hours. This wasn't once in my memory. This wasn't twice in my memory. This was at least 3 times in my memory. That agent so-and-so would be calling this real name at this real phone number within the next 24 hours. All of those examples are more distant in the past than the recent shift in the apparent paradigm. Am I using big words I don't understand? Yes, I am. Okay, I'm trying to sound smarter than I am. Okay, forget big words like paradigm. Chris informed me that the FBI would call the real name that is on my birth certificate within the next 24 hours at my real phone number at least 3 times in the past. Along the same lines as FBI, at least twice, possibly more, and I don't remember if it was text, YouTube back channel, or phone call, but at least twice he alleged that the FBI was going to imminently, as in before the night's through, pick up one each J.J. Scarborough of Meade County, Kentucky. This happened at least twice that he informed me that the FBI was about to, any minute now, pick up J.J. JJ, if you're out there, if you're bothering to listen to me, did the FBI ever come even ask you questions? Somehow I doubt it. And also in the same lines of FBI involvement, at least 3 times. And none of those 3 times were within a few weeks of when Michael Kaiser was picked up by local police by warrants. So it wasn't the FBI, it wasn't the marshals, it wasn't the feds. It was the local police that picked up Michael Kaiser. But at least weeks before that happened, it was imminent, before the day is through, before the night is through. In fact, it might even happen on tonight's live stream, that very matter-of-factly, the FBI will pick up Kaiser. This happened at least 3 times. Now, it's my word against his. I don't have it documented, I don't have it recorded, I don't have it screenshotted. But in my memory, to the best of my memory, at least 3 times, Chris Ryder told me that the FBI was imminently going to pick up Kaiser. It was several weeks later that the local police there in the middle of Oklahoma City, which I forget the name, to Bethany, that the local police picked him up. Another lie was that I have a traumatic brain injury, a TBI. I do not. I've seen the effects, and I'm not making fun of it. I've seen the effects of traumatic brain injuries. And if you guys want to see that, again, I'm not making fun of the situation. Tune into Hill Pirate Studios, the main character, Jeff. All right. Also, I wrote this down when I should have been paying attention in the meeting. I can't read my own writing. And we have to skip that one because I can't read my own writing. I will never talk to you again. Right. Both on the recorded phone call and on YouTube streams after the reported phone call, Chris Ryder claimed that he was never going to talk to me again. And as you saw a little bit over an hour ago, he was talking to me. No one made him talk to me. He chose to talk to me. He came and hid it as, I came up here to talk to Muxer. No, he came up and he talked to me. Now, is that just an intention not followed through with? Okay, that's not really a lie, but it's an inconsistency. Oh yes, on the recorded call, as now, I don't know if Muxer's going to put it back up or not, I won't publish this. This call, I'm paraphrasing, this call is being recorded. I don't know if, one party, 2-party state. This is just for my records. I won't publish this. Sure enough, before the full thing was published by my friend Just Muxter at my urging, so yeah, I take responsibility, he claimed he wasn't going to publish it. He cherry-picked and published the part where I'm very rageful, asserting that I do support and defend the Constitution. No, I did not say it that calmly. I was very rageful. And if you just heard that part of the phone call, you have in your head, oh, Finkel's lost his mind, because he's yelling and screaming at it. Okay. I was passionate about it. I'm not proud of the rage aspect of it. Actually, I realized that if I said that very calmly, it probably never would have made Chris Ryder's reshare. Oh, and by the way, on that, he actually shared me yelling about supporting and defending the Constitution after he described the call in his narrative. After he described the narrative. Before I stated that I'm trying to get this recording out to where it can be edited, because I didn't bring my computer up here. I didn't have the means to edit it. I thought I was going to have to wait till I got home in Virginia and edit it myself. After Chris reported on the phone call, I made arrangements to get Muxer's actual street address and mail it to him as fast as I could, so somebody could render it, not edit it, render it, and put it up there. So that's another lie, Chris. You said you weren't going to publish it, and you claimed on this most recent live stream that you weren't going to publish any of it until I said I was going to publish it. I'm sorry. You got your chronological order out of sequence, and I get it. That might not be a lie. That might be an intention just gone wrong. My road to hell is paved with lots of good intentions. Oh, and this one's repeating. Breaking news is imminent. We got some breaking news. I'm paraphrasing. I don't think he used the word breaking news, but this amazing update, this grand, glorious, wait till you hear this. I just haven't posted it yet. I'll be posting it soon. And of course, as you all know, anybody watches this and watches Chris Ryder, that is habitual, it's repetitive, and very rarely do we actually get breaking news. Oh, this one's a good one, and it's in the distant past, in YouTube time. Vegas Vips put on a very clever sock, Master Sergeant RTL. And Master Sergeant RTL was behind an AI voice that sounded to us like it was Australian. It always had an avatar of this elephant, an Australian elephant, and there was some confusion because every now and then Master Sergeant RTL would show a video of something around him, and it looked more Hispanic, more Mexican maybe, than Australian. So we were a bit confused. He got us all with that Master Sergeant RTL thing. But then Master Sergeant RTL came up on, I can't remember whose live stream it was, but he turned off the automated, the AI Australian voice, and he put on a fake accent. And Chris Ryder swore up and down, very matter-of-factly, identified the voice very positively as one of the prison guards at Meade County Prison. I know that voice anywhere. It was Vegas Vips putting on an act. It wasn't even AI. It was just, hey, Ryder, I want to jerk off your horses. Oh, that's very matter-of-factly one of the prison guards at Meade County. It turns out it was Vegas Vips, just being, Vegas Vips. Very positively identified. I'm going to get back to the one I can't read. Oh, and Muckster. Another one. Oh, the screenshot. Yeah. This isn't a comment, so I don't know. Maybe you've deleted it by now. But after it was reported that you said my Bell's palsy, I was faking it, you doubled down on it, kind of, sort of, when you put in a comment somewhere, Chris Ryder, that it was Muckster who said I was faking my Bell's palsy, not Chris Ryder. I don't think Muckster ever said I was faking my Bell's palsy. So that's another lie as your narrative unravels. Okay, so this is when I will not talk. Okay, I already got that one. I will not talk to you ever again. You did, okay. Really? Wrong up. Gosh darn it, I can't read my own writing. It'll come to me. All right, F it. I can't make it out. Prison is... Damn it. Whatever it was valuable enough for me to make a note on it and not pay attention to my AA meeting, and I can't read my own handwriting. Anyway, long story short, yes, inaccuracies, inconsistencies, being wrong and actually lying is becoming more and more, in my awareness, coming out of Chris Ryder's either mouth or typing or texting. And, yeah, I'm sorry. Other thoughts. Apparently, he was demonstrating how he boards up what I'm presuming was his bedroom door. He's alleging that he's worried for and in protective mode of a minor child in that house. And maybe I'm coming to an assumption that the minor child has his or her own bedroom. But Chris and Tiffany allegedly, out of fear that these 10 mysterious people are going to come and do harm, they're barricading with a board their bedroom door. They're isolating themselves from the person they claim they want to protect. That's what it is. Thank you. I just stirred my own memory. Yes. I allegedly, or Muckster by proxy, doxed that he has a 10-year-old child in that house. No. Well, the age 10, maybe we let that part slip. The idea that there is a child in his house that they have custody of came to my awareness first from him on a panel, or no, not panel, on his own live stream. He alleged that a 14-year-old prostitute was sent to his home to somehow swat him or get him into trouble. And he was totally disgusted that they would send a 14-year-old prostitute to a house that has minor children. Up to that point, our only awareness of minor children in their lives was in the custody of I don't want to say the name out, the people whose name I was mispronouncing, Ya instead of Ah, the name Ah, Ya, okay, I was mispronouncing it, but those are the only location, generically, because we don't know I don't know their address. Generically, any child or children of Tiffany is with them, and there's this whole custody thing going on that's really none of our business, but most of what we hear about it is coming from the Real for Public Safety channel. No clue, no indication that there was any minor children permanently or temporarily at the actual home of Chris and Tiffany, until Chris pointed out that he's alleging a 14-year-old prostitute was sent to his house, alleging it was by these evildoers, and how dare they send a 14-year-old prostitute to the house where there is a minor child. Okay, we didn't get the exact age, but we got at that point, he's claiming there's a child there at his house. A child that he wants to protect while barricading himself and Tiffany in their own bedroom. I don't know. If I was feeling obligated to defend a 10-year-old child, I would make that 10-year-old child as accessible as possible to me, the one who's willing to defend that person. So it doesn't really make sense that you're barricading yourself in a bedroom door, unless maybe you're all huddled down, all three of you, hiding in fear inside of one bedroom. I get it. Maybe I got the whole door thing incorrect. Maybe it's an exterior door. I don't know. It was very tiny because he was showing it. Even Muckster single screened them. It was very small, so I couldn't really see clearly. Actually, as I'm squinting, it looks like a closet door. I don't know. But yeah, it was the part I couldn't read my own scribbling. Yeah, I'm sorry, Chris. I'm sorry, Tiffany. I'm not saying this to hurt you, but the narrative that Chris and Tiffany are always telling the truth and accurate is rapidly changing in my mind to they're full of shit. At least Chris is. Actually, I've heard Chris say some stupid shit very recently, and Tiffany kind of like softly corrects him. So I think people have jokingly said Tiffany is the brains in that organization. I have no doubt Tiffany is smarter than Chris, and I think she gets part of this. And I'm not trying to tear them apart. Like, yeah, Chris, yeah, Tiffany, stand up against them. I'm not saying that at all. But the few times I've heard Tiffany's voice in the background as Chris is going blah, 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 blah. So like, oh, no, wait a minute. Muxer meant this or Finkel was doing that. So when Chris is so consistently, inaccurately fed me bullshit, when he comes up on live stream and says, you really hurt Tiffany and she's off in the corner crying or wherever she is crying. I kind of sort of don't believe that, because from what I've heard of Tiffany is, for the most part, she's got a better head on her shoulder about all this paranoid bullshit that you're going through, Chris. I don't mean this in a dunking way or a mocking way or a making fun of way, but I would suggest getting some kind of grounding counseling. I'm not saying psychiatric therapy. I'm not saying you need shock therapy or you need to be lobotomized or medicated, but you're not grounded right now. You're not fully present in the here and now and for what matters and what doesn't matter. Is there a 10-year-old in your life that you want to protect? Protect the 10-year-old in your life. And you do that first by not bringing the 10-year-old up on social media, which, yes, you keep doing. And second, when people out there in the web sphere talk shit, don't react. Because when you react, it's the same thing when it used to be Fine Flicks Finished Productions, and now it's Hilper Art Studios. We used to all think, when they make fun of Generally Specific, they're doing it to get a reaction. And for a long time, when Generally Specific was not reacting to them, they got bored and made fun of two trans ladies. And for a while, they were making fun of some really heavy guy. I don't know all the characters, but they moved away from Generally Specific when he wasn't reacting to them. Now he reacted and they moved back, to the best of my knowledge, to making fun of him right now because he reacts to it. The same philosophy, if you ignore anybody who's talking about you, talking shit about you on live streams or on videos, they'll get bored with it and move away. I know this from my social experiment. I take my camera to a bank. If they react, I stick around. I get clicks and views. I get conversations that really make whoever's inside the bank coming out laughing at me. Or the social experiment shows that when I go to a bank and they ignore me, I get bored as a cameraman pretty easily and I go away. Or even when I try to stick it out, I get bored and I don't get any clicks and views because no one's coming out being a Karen. Chris Ryder, right now, in a similar format, you're being what we call a Karen. I don't know, man. I don't know. Some would say get on your meds. Some would say get psychiatric help. I'm saying ground yourself, and you stop hurting any children in your lives, and you stop hurting the woman you love. And while I'm at it, you stop hurting your mother. Does she have schizophrenia as you claim? Okay, if she does, she gave you life. Keep her off the YouTube. Keep the comments about her off the YouTube. Don't keep bringing her up because she is sick. If she really has schizophrenia, she is unwell. She's a person who gave you life. She's a person you owe your loyalty to. And as such, you should not be bringing up her mental illness for the whole world to see. Sorry, dude. You are your own doctor. You are your own problem. And yeah, when myself or Muxter or GS or even Hill Pirates too, is when anybody else gets wrapped up and reacts to it, we end up doing silly things like attending a 1-hour AA meeting and not really getting anything out of the meeting. I wonder if I can find another Zoom meeting. I don't know. I'll go read some literature. And I don't know. As kindly as I can muster right now, Chris Ryder, fuck you.